context of what we are about today, the Eucharist, gathering in the Lord's name, thanking and to seek not only He, as we are told in the Gospel, the bread of life can give. Last Sunday, if you remember, the Gospel had an account of the feeding of the 5,000 with the 5 loaves and 5 fish. Jesus, as always, attentive to the details, saw that the people were hungry, and so he gave them food. So today I would like to highlight 3 hungers of the soul that strike me as important in the context of those Gospels of the Eucharist, and also in the context of our gathering here in Ballintubber. And these are hungers with the flame of faith that nourish and energize. The first hunger is to know that there is a God, that many people do not know that we are not alone, that we are not here by accident or chance. We need that reassurance that there is a God in charge. Our Bible gives us ample reflection and accounts of the relationship over millennia between God and people, between God and us. And we're familiar with those from the Old Testament. Abraham, creation, Abraham. We've heard today of one of the episodes of Moses in the Exodus, the chosen people, the 10 Commandments, and then the prophets and kings. So those are evidence of God's relationship with us in Scripture. And also linked to that then is the New Testament that we're so familiar with, the story of Jesus and his life and death and resurrection. And all that tells us in Scripture that we are not alone, that there is a God. Our sacred writings are evidence of the inbuilt human ability to believe that there is something in us that allows us to have faith, to take on trust, without conclusive scientific evidence that there is God. It is a matter of faith. St. Augustine put it well when he said, "Our hearts are restless until they rest in thee." So that is the first hunger that many people have. They need to know there is a God. But even that is not enough. We need to know more. We need to know that God, the Creator, cares about us, that we are not just creatures. The desire to know that we matter is the second hunger. Each of us matters to God. He cares about me, about my spouse, my partner, my children, my parents, my grandchildren, my grandparents, my family and friends. A God who cares about our world. A God who cares all the time. When things are going well, when things are not going well. In sickness, in dying and in bereavement. In loneliness, in failure and in struggles. The message of Jesus' life is that he cares deeply about each one of us all the time and never rejects us. He gives us ample opportunity to be with him and to turn to him. He is our bread of life, as we are told in today's Gospel. Certainly the readings of Scripture would lead us in. We have Jesus speaking frequently of mercy and of love. The third hunger is to know that death is not the end. That this life, beautiful and enjoyable as it is, at times difficult and demanding, and at times full of hope and joy, full of fears and worries, but always for living. This life we experience so intensely does not end with death. Around us, around this area, we have a cemetery, and around many of our churches we have cemeteries. And at this time of the year, many places have their cemetery sounded, the blessing of graves. It is something that touches the heart in people. It goes to the core of our existence. There lie the mortal remains of people who are dear to us, so close to us, and now they are gone. There is silence, and yes, there are good memories, there is lasting love, there is fondness, but there is still that gap, that